We are live on Facebook. So I'm hoping
I'm gonna say,
people
let
get
me.
like an alert about it.
It should, because it should say like
Yeah, I think it's
digging
live now.
Dexter has just gone live. I'm curious to see if I'm logging into my Facebook right now. Uh,
Oh, no. Yeah, let me know if you see it on your Facebook.
mhm.
Two people are watching. Nice. Hello, two people.
I haven't gotten on my Facebook on a computer in so long. It looks so weird. It says
Yeah, I
Victor,
just got.
digging Dexter live.
Yeah, I just got a message from Jen.
Hey Jen.
Now you're a moderator, so the only thing I don't know how to do here is get a link to copy and paste it.
Okay, so I've got it open. It's live.
All right, you see it?
Oh, that's a
Okay.
good background. That's
Yeah,
a
I
really
like
good
it.
background you picked right there. That's nice. Mm,
All right, there we go.
trying to
I got
figure out
the
how to
share
show
link.
the chat.
So the only thing I don't think you'll be able to do that is because we have streaming software. So like I could see it on the left of the chat. Oh, we got William.
So
What's
is it?
up, Will?
Yeah, I was able to pull up
I wonder.
the chat. Jen William.
Let me see if I can. Can you go look at it as a moderator?
Sure, I can.
Yes, Will. It's definitely been a long time. Probably, God, when's the last time I did a fucking 6 feet under? I always debate wanting to do a like another like 6 feet under like podcast just to say hello. Um, but then I'm like, God, I literally have nothing to say. I tagged you in it. Did you get a personal tag, Colton? Because I tagged our thing in it. What's up, Charnel?
I did, but normally I can pull up when I'm viewing it as. Hmm. Hold on. I don't. I'm such an old person. I was like, let me do this from my phone.
Oh my God, Charnel, I wanted to play. I wanted to play Real McCoy, but then Facebook will DMCA me and mute my whole thing, so I'm not gonna play it. There's something there about doing revisiting 6 feet under for a second, but yeah, fuck that. Too much, and it is what it is. See, I don't even have Facebook on my iPad. I deleted
It's
Facebook
not.
off my iPad. What's up?
It's not letting me interact for whatever reason as a moderator right now. I think that's because I'd have to like log out and log in as a. Oh no, no, never mind. Now I'm logged in as a moderator. Never mind.
I don't know how
This
to
right now
pop out the
is the
chat.
best. This is the best for podcasting right now.
Oh yeah, I'm not recording yet.
No, but I just like even our fans like on here. I could just have it up like I have it up like right now on my phone, and it's like it looks like it's giving the chat somewhat real time.
Oh, but
Somewhat.
if you could see the chat, I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah, I can have it open like in front of me. I unfortunately with this episode, I don't have a lot of notes.
Well,
So
I think that's why I kind of wanted to do a lot of the Dexter news. So I think that's actually perfect. It's kind of why like I wanted to do that. Dude, I'm looking at it on my iPad and I have the whole chat up. It's like half of the video.
Oh no, I see like the full video.
Oh, got it.
I
Great,
see the
great,
chat.
great,
Yeah, I
great,
see
great.
everything. It
Awesome.
looks really good. It looks really good. You gonna go take a bubble bath? Oh, bubble bath. That is her new thing. Bubble baths are anybody listening to this? Bubble baths are the shit. Apparently, if you are 2 years old. So
We tried bubble baths, just didn't work out. Actually, it did. It just he doesn't
Well,
love it yet.
the first time I gave her one, she was more weirded out by it, and then this last time she took a bubble bath, like when she like got into it, she was a little bit older and like pick them up, and I showed her like if you pick them up in your hand and you blow on it, the bubbles go. Whole world just changed.
That's great.
So ever since then, like about this time, every night she just runs around the house, bubbles, bubbles.
Let's see here. Okay. All right.
Jen.
I know.
Jen commented on yeah. Fair enough.
No, I mean, this is the challenge of season 8, but
Mm-hmm. And I am so sorry I didn't say hi to everybody. I just saw Jen. Hey, William, what's up? And Chanel. I still follow Chanel on Instagram. Or no, Twitter. Shit's so funny.
all right. So you want to start with? We'll start with the Dexter stuff, and then we'll get into the New Blood stuff, and then we'll
Dexter
get. Do you want to talk about Dexter by any chance? And then we'll get into
The episode.
yes.
Yeah, I think that's good.
It's a good thing I can't talk tonight. That's really cool. All right, I'm going to. And hey, I don't want to surprise you on air. Have you ever seen Goodfellas?
Yeah.
Do you like the movie, or do you just like do you love the movie, or do you just you've seen it?
I would say I love it. I've seen it a minimum of at least 4 or 5 times.
Awesome. I have an awesome Easter egg for you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I actually just watched Goodfellas. No, that was Casino. I'm sorry. I get Goodfellas and Casino mixed up sometimes. I went on a Scorsese kick recently. I did a bunch of his movies. I hadn't watched them forever. The Departed, Casino, Goodfellas, and I was just yeah. Anyways, no, I Goodfellas. I really like Goodfellas.
Yeah.
I'd say I love it. Yeah.
All right. Think we're all good. Yes, Jen. He did have an awesome. I think it's one of his coolest kills of the series. All right. Let me see here. Okay. And I'm starting to record. Ah, fuck. Something I didn't pick up. Shit. I'll get it here. Damn. I'm recording all of this, but I didn't know what actually happened this week. That they were do you know what the thing was called that some of this news broke out of? They were at some panel.
Oh, I actually don't know. I actually do not know.
What's TCA called? Damn it. This is bad podcasting.
We're not recording yet, though, right?
Television Critics Association. I actually started recording, but it's okay. I'm just gonna edit it, so it's not a big deal. All right. I will start us off, and then when you're ready. You ready?
Okay. Yep. Let's do it.
This is Victor, and now that he's finished playing This Little Piggy on his victim toes, I am joined by Colton. Colton, what is up, Colton? It's never not funny.
Little piggy went to, I know. This little piggy went to market. Just make it as creepy as possible. What's up, everybody?
We are here for episode 805, This Little Piggy, and somewhat departing from the norm. There was a TCA panel this week, which is the Television Critics Association, and Clyde Phillips, Michael C. Hall, Jennifer Carpenter, Scott Reynolds. I'm not sure if there were other people there, but they took part in the panel, and we got a nice little new video. I got a two minute behind the scenes. I don't think it was a trailer, because I think the trailer is the first video, because this was like Michael C. Hall talking in it as Michael C. Hall, not Dexter. Same thing.
We're not talking about the Spider-Man trailer. This one. Oh, my bad.
No, we're doing that after. This is we're gonna do an end credit scene just like in Marvel. So they did a panel this week, and there were some interesting nuggets from it. Colton, do you not know about the panel?
I don't know about the panel. I saw the interview, or like a snippet of the interview with Michael C. Hall, and then I saw like some new footage that they released and stuff like that. I would say it's kind of a trailer, but not really. But yeah, I saw bits and pieces of it.
So I'm just gonna go ahead, and I had a post on Reddit. Someone on Reddit kind of summed up all of the news regarding it. Okay. Reddit user u/VerissyMolin kind of just cliff note everything for us. So I'm just going to kind of go through it, and we could talk about it. Okay. Something that's very interesting as a starter is Jennifer Carpenter is now a part of like the press junkets. So we kind of went from like, oh, Deb's going to be back. And then now she's just like, she's there promoting it along with Michael C. Hall, obviously, Dexter.
Because it was first kind of being like rumored. It was like, oh, she did like one day of filming.
Right.
Trinity did, well, not Trinity, obviously, but he did one day of filming. Like, it was like, oh, okay, like kind of, yeah. But no, I saw that. Like, she's like out and about, like front and center. And yeah.
And there's someone else who's all of a sudden now in the press junkets as well. But so I'm just going to read you some of the stuff I found interesting, and we could talk about it. Clyde Phillips said that Clyde Phillips said they felt they needed to acknowledge that nearly a decade has passed since Dexter ended, not sweep aside the lumberjack ending, which we kind of knew, and pick up with Dexter still having no connections to his previous life from the old series. Something that's important when you read about all this news and the little morsels of information they toss out, it's all sort of meant to... What am I trying to say here?
Like distract you?
Not distract as much as like, oh, it's
take you off the scent? Like,
yeah. It's about this. It's about this. It's about this. When it's actually about like this, because I wanted to talk about this at the end because I have a little rant I want to go in terms of trailers being spoilers, but like we know Harrison is in it. And that's something like I didn't know they were going to release, but like when they say like Dexter having no connections to his previous life, like we know he's going to have some connections when you minus Deb and Trinity. So, you have to take all of this with a grain of salt,
Yeah, like the Harrison. I mean, do you? Okay, are you going to talk about that right now?
No. At the end of this little. Let me go to the next one. Nobody is open to talking about how Dexter New Blood ends, so questions about is this really a limited series and more seasons or spin-offs keep getting shut down. There was another interview, and I forget the name, but he just keeps skating around the question of, they're calling this a special event series, and it's obviously a limited series, whatever you want to say, but they are not committed, and we have no information of if it's going to keep going. So
that's kind of weird. Like, why wouldn't they?
I think they keep talking about this ending, that it's controversial, it's going to blow up the internet. So I think they're like sort of waiting to see either how the reaction is, or kind of like how burned they got from season 8, where it's like, let's wait and see, is this complete trash, or
did we do it right this time, or
and can we keep it going? However that ending is. Are we getting?
But see, that also,
what?
But then that just kind of makes me worry a little bit, like that if, oh my god. Okay, how am I going to word this? I'm sorry. That just kind of makes me worried then that what they're trying to do then is if they are wanting to, let's hypothetical, let's say that that's what they're doing. They're wanting to judge what this ending does. Then that means that there's a possibility that they went into this ending with the idea, hey, maybe we will have another season. I don't know if I want that. I want a clean ending. Like, I guess, and that's me. Maybe I'm being selfish to what I'm wanting, and maybe there's tons of other fans out there that they want more Dexter. I kind of want a clean ending. I'm a Breaking Bad fan for a reason. El Camino didn't have to have it. It was cool, but it also closed out everything. I didn't want El Camino 2. I didn't want El
Hmm.
Camino 3. I didn't want any of that. It's like, yeah.
Unless it's so hard and sort
Because
of.
it's so early. It's so
Yes,
early.
and some of like why I don't like doing this is because like I hate trailer predictions where you see one scene and you're like, all right, so Dexter is gonna find the guy and the sniper is the guy who's gonna kill him, and that's really Dokes' brother's sister's friend, and like so I think kind of like you said, it's like kind of wait and see, but it has me leaning two ways because I don't know if yeah, it's kind of like because how long are you going to keep this formula going? Even 8 seasons, 12 episodes. How many times do I bring that up? Where I just thought that was just way too much. So I guess wait and see. It's interesting just to know that they are not talking about it. So almost anything, any media nowadays is always left with an ability to continue the story, or it's okay,
Yeah.
finish it as it is.
Yeah.
This is actually an interesting one regarding us as a podcast. Someone had a question about the rise of true crime podcast and such in the past decade, and if it will be reflected in Dexter New Blood.
Oh.
It says it will be the executive producers say, represented by Jamie Chung's character, which is the serial podcaster. They also want to reflect changes in how murder is now depicted on TV. So, as I said, how much I hate doing prediction talk, I feel like this podcaster who's a true crime God, I can't talk tonight. It's over. The true crime podcaster in this fictional Dexter universe, I feel like is going to be doing a podcast about the Bay Harbor Butcher or Trinity. Because that's such a huge topic today, and I feel like that's how something sparks something. But I'd be hard-pressed for a true crime podcaster character that does not touch on a huge FBI manhunt regarding Trinity. And as far as the world knows, the last people Trinity killed was Rita and then his family.
Right. Well, and then as well, as far as they know of, Trinity's still alive.
Exactly. It's one of those like mysteries that, yeah, he could still be out there. He could still be in your city. So I think that's interesting, and I would love to see how that character gets intertwined and everything. But I feel like I'm comfortable making that little prediction. I don't even think it's a prediction. I think it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Dexter this is actually really interesting to me, and I love it. Dexter New Blood takes place over about 2 weeks. The dynamic Dexter has with this version of Deb when the show begins is one he's already established, says Clyde Phillips. 2 weeks ain't a long time. Like, we did a podcast 2 weeks ago. Was that
this podcast is over. I was gonna say this podcast is older than 2 weeks at this point.
Like, I find that like we're gonna meet Dexter and everything's gonna happen within a condensed time frame, which I think is really cool.
I like that, actually.
Yeah.
I hope that works good, because one of our complaints about the
Oh, Colton, you cut out. Oh no.
show
Oh, this is gonna be so annoying to edit. Hold on, Colton. Colton. Oh, so here I am by myself. Okay, everybody, this is just me now. And I'm talking here with myself. And okay. This is interesting. I've whenever we do this, it would just be like, yeah, he gets back in and we can continue recording, but we're live. And all right, I'm talking to you guys. What's up, Jed? Wow, this is okay. Colton, I'm by myself. Well, I guess let's all hope Colton's okay. Otherwise, what else can I talk about? I guess we can, Jen. I finished playing The Last of Us. I don't know if you've heard about that, but that's about to be a TV show on the HBO. And The Last of Us, the video game, made me cry at the end. If you don't know what the game's about, it's probably a little difficult, but what else, Jen? Let's I'm sorry, this is weird because I feel like I'm just talking to my screen. And yeah. Oh, so you do know about it. Oh my god, I don't know where they are. I finished part 2 2 nights ago, and I legit I'll take that back. I didn't cry. My eyes watered, and I couldn't believe how impactful the story is, and I'm so excited it's going to be a show on HBO. I really do think it's going to like be the show that takes over. I don't know if you saw Mayor of Easttown, but that kind of like exploded. Um I oh god, Colton. I'm going to have to. Oh, you're still
Wait, you
there?
there?
Oh, I stopped
Hold on.
recording. I don't.
I'm trying to get connected back.
I'm going to have to take the audio from the Facebook. Okay. That's fine.
Hold on one second. I
I
think
think
I'm gonna
it's
have to exit out of Zoom. My Zoom stopped responding.
okay.
Hold on. Close Zoom meeting. I'm so sorry, man. I think what it is my computer's been acting a little bit weird where it's saying my charger isn't connected. And so when that like after like a certain period of time, it all of a sudden it starts running everything at like efficiency mode or whatever. But I just switched out some stuff, so I think it's now running. Yeah, it's saying I'm at like a 7% battery right now.
7% battery
But
of your thing.
yeah, but I just like I plugged it in. Like what I did was I unplugged it and I double checked some stuff, and now it's saying that it's at it's at now running at best performance that it's plugged in. Zoom.
I'm going to kick you from Zencaster and then just come back, okay?
Okay.
Cuz I want to see if I get. Damn, I'm not going to get your tracks. I'm going to have to pull it from the Facebook. Okay. I'm talking to myself right now, right? Okay, we're back up on the Zoom. Uh, Sorry, guys. This is a terrible, terrible way to. Oh, you could hear Colton. Yes, Colton was back. I know you can hear me. It's just. Um, Colton, can you hear me? No. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm sorry because the way I have everything set up is I can't hear anything unless it's through the internet. But whatever.
Okay. Everything's running great on my battery's charging now. I literally think that was what it was. I think my battery got so low that it went into the efficiency mode or whatever. Because what did I say it was at 7%? Now it's at 9%. So whatever it's doing, it's going up now. Fucking Dells, man.
Yeah, fucking Dells. Um, okay, I am going to kick back up the recording.
Okay.
And where we left off was you got all hype about something. You were like, I hate when, and that's when your entire thing got cut off. I didn't hear one word you said. We were talking about it takes place over 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I remember.
Go.
I remember.
And 3,
All right, so
2, 1. I've been recording the whole time.
Yeah. No, I'm actually really, if that's the case that it's over 2 weeks, I'm really excited about that because we've talked about this on this season 8. We've talked about it in pre-seasons that are especially, I think it was with Miguel where it was over the course of like 6 months or something like that, and they just put in worthless stuff just to expand it out. Maybe they're finally taking some of that like complaint that people have had, and if they are condensing it over 2 weeks, it'll just be solid good material every single episode versus Masuka with a daughter that we don't give a shit about, so
And to add to your point, I think they are hitting the sweet spot of 10 episodes. Like that is just perfect. That's almost, if you want to say these episodes are 50 minutes, that's 110 minutes of filler cut. So I think that's just awesome. This is an interesting tidbit that we've gotten. Someone asked a great question about how iconic the original main titles were, and following that, Clyde Phillips said that they have not settled on what the new titles will look like or if they'll even do them, but they won't resemble the original. I would have loved a quote-unquote wintry version of the theme song and of the titles. And I didn't even realize how much I've never thought about the main title sequence. You know what I mean? Because I think we're in the age of streaming. You just sort of skip it. But Dexter started at a time where we didn't have that option, so we kind of just all watched the titles, and it's up there with the most memorable title sequence. And it kind of sets you up for what the show is. So I'm really interested now to see what it will be. It's so hard to picture the Dexter show without it.
I feel like they have to do the same song, but they have to change it up. Whether it be like a bleak sounding version of it, or like what you said, like something cold in a way, or just like I don't know, like if this makes sense, like a depressing sound. But you don't want to also do it where it's like, okay, this will work for the first episode, but then every episode after that, it's like, okay, like we get it. Like, yeah, because I don't know, because Dexter worked. Like the theme song worked for every episode the entire time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's interesting. Whatever they end up doing about it, it's just going to be really interesting to see. Like it's going to be the first thing we're hit with, unless the first episode doesn't have an intro or whatever, or they could just be like Dexter New Blood, and like that's the episode. You know what I mean? Like it's not a.
It could be.
I
feel like you can't do that though.
I know. I agree. Yeah, and Jen brings up a good point. Like she just wants some Daniel Licht. Daniel Licht actually died 2-3 years ago. So obviously he's not going to be the composer this time around. I'd hope they come up with some new sounds because the wintry vibe is not Miami, obviously. So it'll just be cool to see.
Now this could be getting into too much. Then, do you happen to know if he had a son or a daughter?
Daniel Licht,
Yeah.
he has a brother who worked with him on some songs, John Licht. I had not seen any news of him being a part of the show. That's it.
The only reason I asked that is because I want to say, if I remember right, it's Star Trek. So Star Trek, the main composer was oh my God, Goldstein. I cannot think of his name right now. I am like at a loss right now. And Star Trek's themes are very memorable. I want to Jerry Goldstein, if I remember right.
Jerry Goldsmith.
Jerry Goldsmith. And when he died, and his son, if I remember right, his son took his place for the newer Star Trek stuff. And like kind of carried it on, and a lot of people have said that he does a really good job. Like he has his own take. He takes what his dad did, but he has his own take to it, which is kind of
right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just yeah.
And then this is where we can start talking about Harrison. They said there are more original Dexter cast members coming back besides Carpenter, Deb, and Lithgow. Trinity teases Clyde Phillips. So. Brings us to our Harrison point. First of all, I want to say people are like, oh my God, is Miami Metro coming back? There's almost no Miami Metro because you have to figure Batista retired, right? Because he was this close to retiring, and then he came back, and then...
It's been 10 years.
Right.
That's a long time.
And then you have Masuka, and you have Quinn. After that, there's no one else.
No.
Right? So those are the three.
None of the main characters, no.
Right. I
Matthews.
Matthews
retired.
Right. Matthews has
He's
to.
retired once already.
Right. So you would think, but they could. I guess they could pop up, but like you're talking Miami, New York, and everyone thinks Dexter's dead. So
yeah,
Quinn just can't be like, oh, Dexter, what's up? Like, dude, I thought you died.
You're visiting Iron Lake with the family.
Yeah.
I got Jamie with me.
Right.
Oh, she's married to Quinn. They got a kid. They named him after you. It's Dexter. Like,
so like all of that. So
if that's in it, I'm gonna be pissed.
I know. So as I was saying earlier, a lot of this press junkets are meant to sort of be a red herring to other stuff, which leads us to Scott Reynolds, officially confirmed it, one of the writers on the show, that Harrison is back, and they sent out a photo of Harrison and Dexter sitting there just chilling. I'm 99% positive me and Colton are of the same mindset of like, we didn't need to see this. This is such a huge letdown for them to show this.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a rant, but what's your issue with this?
Well, first off, Harrison is apparently 35, so there's that. It has been okay, and we have talked about this before, that the age of Harrison changes drastically over the course of season 7 to season 8, which is a 6-month gap, and Harrison aged by no less than 2 to 3 years during that time period. Now, let's say that Harrison is at the end of season 8, 3.
Do you want me to interject? Because I was talking about this with someone on Twitter, one of our friends, as a streamer, Unholy Kev, and he was like, "Wait, how old is Harrison?" And we started talking to the point that I went to Zach's timeline, so I can give you, the Bible of Zach's. Yes. Okay, so Harrison was born April 19th, 2009, which is sometime after season 3 ends.
Wait. Okay, no, go ahead. Keep going. Please keep going. Keep going.
Well, I guess it's a little bit before season 4 starts, more so to say. So when season 7 ends, which is before we get the huge jump, he's supposed to be 2.5. Right? So that's the end of season...
I'm going to need another beer.
So he's supposed to be 2.5 by the end of season 7. When season 8 starts, which is only 6 months later, how old do you think this Harrison kid is? 6, 7? The one we're watching now, right? He's 6 or 7 years old. So now New Blood is 8 years later, which would make him 14, 15.
Yeah, no.
Me personally, I think that kid does look. I think you could sell him as 15, but I just wanted to interject the actual timeline. So keep going.
Well, okay. If we really go with that, though, if he was born in 2009 and this takes place in 2020, so doesn't this take place in 2021?
Yes.
It doesn't take place in the future, right?
No.
Then he's 12.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So the time, and I am not going on Zach's numbers or I'm not trying to like make him mad because I trust Zach's 100%.
Right.
But that just shows the inconsistencies of what they're trying to do. I mean, look at this guy. This guy right here, according to this guy's 10 right here. According to the Dexter, what they're supposed to look like. No, what they're supposed to look like. He's 10. In the show, he's like 20-something. He's a suave badass. But no. That guy's 10. That guy's 10. So, no.
So I think why the Dexter...
Harrison looks like he's shaving.
I think why... I was shaving at 15, so I could somewhat...
You're an anomaly, okay?
I am. I will say this. The cheat of the show came between season 7 and season 8, not between season 8 and New Blood. So I think the way I would like to sell it, and I will take the chance to knock on the Dexter show whenever I can. I think they did the cheat between season 7 and season 8, and they're going with the 6/7-year-old Harrison and not sticking to he was born in 2009. And what? You could erase the April 19th date. I don't know how what's his name figured that out, Zach, but he was born in 2009 because season 3 ends, it's 2008. Season 4 begins, it's 2009. So whatever it is, he's born there. Whatever the date is, we can talk semantics, whatnot. So I think the cheat was between season 7 and season 8, and they're just rolling with it, and we just have to.
But I feel like.
Go ahead.
I feel like they're going with that cheat a little bit more though, is what the problem I'm having.
So you're saying he's closer to like 20, not 15 or 16.
He looks like he's 20, and I mean, not like jokingly at this point. The kid looks like he's 20, like he really does.
I could understand that. My beef with this is, and this started with the trailer culture. Got like a huge. I'll just keep talking. It's all right.
Yeah.
Got like a huge.
I'm sorry. I'm. This is my 16-year-old.
I was gonna say, how old is she? 20. When Batman vs Superman, that trailer got released, they showed Doomsday in it and Wonder Woman, and they erased every single surprise from the story. Because now there's, trailer release coming next week, and the trailer business. There's a whole video about it, about how they purposely put things to mess with your mind. And there's the music. They're like doom, and they have the line.
Yeah. I mean, it is a big business.
Right.
I mean, trailers. Don't get me wrong. Trailers are a very needed business thing. It gets the thing out there. I mean, think about how many good movies are out there that don't have a trailer. That don't have like a good one.
See,
and then you find out later, and they didn't make money because of that.
See, I actually disagree in that the trailers have started to show so much that it's negated my movie going experience, or I guess now home viewing experience, to the point that I am one of these annoying people that don't watch the trailers. If it wasn't for this podcast, I'm almost positive I could confidently say, you know what? I would have watched that little teaser we got 4 weeks ago. All of this other news, I wouldn't pay attention. I don't like being spoiled. I like fresh. I don't know anything going into it. I'm trying to think. What did I just? Oh, Black Widow, that movie that just came out. I didn't know. I didn't know a thing going into it, and I don't know. I hate the trailer culture, and revealing Harrison is just something I would have loved to find out in episode 3 or 4. But now I'm waiting for it. I'm going to be waiting for it. Is this where Harrison shows up?
Okay, I see what you're saying. I guess I look at. No, because we could go on a tangent on this. We could probably spend an hour talking about trailers. And no, I don't want to do that. So,
Dexter actually was a huge part of this. The episode would end, and they would show you next week's things, and they would show you like, oh, Dexter and Deb are not going to talk about the fact that their car just crashed. Stuff like that. So I know it's a different world in terms of trailers and whatnot, but that's where I'm pretty annoyed about the Harrison part.
Sorry.
You're good.
There you go. Go to mama. Here, take your flashlight. Oh. All right.
So that's all I have on the New Blood news and whatnot. If you have anything else about it.
No, it's just I can't believe that Doc Ock is actually in it. It's crazy.
And when you think about Doc Ock versus the Bay Harbor Butcher, like I don't know who wins. I really don't.
Oh, Doc Ock, easily. He's got the arms. And that's not Doctor Strange. I don't care what anybody says. Sorry.
Oh, we unfortunately moved to episode 805, This Little Piggy. I've been trying to rack my brain of a deeper episode title meaning, and I have not found one. Did you even think about this at all?
No, I actually tried a little bit. I couldn't figure it out. I actually have a tiny bit of deep to go into this, but it's at the very end of the episode. But
okay.
Title, no.
Okay. Yeah, I started looking up the lyrics of This Little Piggy because I just thought there was some more to it.
Doesn't go to the market.
Right. Like no one. I'm trying to think. Is one person going to the market? Is who's going to the store? All of it. So it's like I got nothing besides obviously Yates is
Did anybody make roast beef? Did Jamie made roast beef for dinner?
No,
I bet you she made roast beef
actually, she comments about stirring the sauce.
Oh.
And that's a huge thing I want to talk about once we get there. So what I basically boiled my notes down to was I just want to talk about the beginning where it's Dexter, Vogel, and Deb. And then I just have a mishmash of the Norma Rivera, Masuka, and Quinn stuff, which I don't want to talk about, but we're a Dexter podcast. And then the Vogel, Dexter, and Deb stuff.
Okay.
So let's start out with how the episode opens, where obviously last week, the car went into the lake and Deb saved Dexter, and then we're all good. Starts with the fallout from that, and what I did like here in the beginning is how mad Dexter is. I feel like we've never seen him this mad. Like, he's been mad because a serial killer gets away, but like this viscerally mad at another human that wasn't about serial killing. I don't think I've ever seen him like this mad. You know what I mean?
No.
And he's never been this hurt. What?
Yeah, no, the closest I've ever seen him like this is when he found out about the neighbor in Rita. Like, but that's not even on the same level as this. Right. So
that was more like primal. Like, cuz he didn't even know what to do and he just punched him in the face. This is more, cuz even what he's saying, like he's yelling, "I'm not perfect. You know how hard it is being your brother, it just but Dexter's never been hurt like this. Like the Rita thing, that was a different kind of hurt. But there is a line that drove me crazy. Like I almost got as mad as Dexter gets, and I want to play the sound here.
You saved me. You only had to save me because you tried to kill me.
I know, but...
You almost left my son an orphan. Harrison, who's going to take care of him? Who?
I don't know.
Dude. We're talking about a fucking serial killer who goes out and kills people and got his wife murdered. And Dexter has the balls to say to Deb, you could have left my son an orphan. It's a show. It's heightened reality. We know the Dexter universe always lets Dexter... What?
Look, spoiler alert, look how the season ends. His son's left a fucking orphan. I mean... I just say it, like, he's his own worst enemy, apparently, so... That's what we've been talking about, the duality of man.
God. Like, and you know what kills me? Like, Dexter doesn't get it as a character and a show. Deb Fogel just completely allowed Dexter to be who he is with no consequences. And this is the kicker. He doesn't even watch his own son. Dude, he's always leaving him with Jamie. So he's basically an orphan to begin with. Like, oh my God.
I'm 99% certain if you were to just get a random blonde-haired kid and put them in Dexter's apartment,
you wouldn't even
and
notice.
Jamie, like, hey, let's switch it out. Hey, we're gonna do what is it? What is that TV show?
Child swap, wife swap.
No, Impractical Jokers. We're gonna do it. See if they can do it. Okay, you got Quinn in there. You got Q. He wouldn't even know it. He'd be like looking at the kid, like, I don't know if that's my baby or not, but it would be his baby. It wouldn't be it. No,
dude. I mean, even we see how much this episode. Jamie's like, if you don't do this, I ain't watching Harrison tonight. This guy goes out. Oh, it drives me so mad that
she says it. She even says something along the lines of like, "You're weird leaving" or something. Like she says it's weird.
Right. Like, it's like, you could have left my son an orphan. Dexter, if that was the case, if that's what you're so worried about, you would stop fucking being a serial killer. You could have been arrested by LaGuardia. You would have been in prison if shit didn't go the way it went last season. Like, you don't even want your kid to be. Oh my God, it to me that shows that's like the writers not even realizing they don't even let Dexter suffer any consequences to the point that he can use that against the other characters. It gets me so mad. In terms of bookending an episode, the way this episode starts, where he's just like, the hell with both of you, kind of, F off to his family. And in the way the Dexter universe does, the episode ends with everyone, family on a boat. I guess it's nice. It's just a cool way to, thematically from the beginning to the end. Something I wanted to bring up before we get into like the actual meat of the episode, when Harrison is bargaining with Dexter, like, can I watch some cartoons before school? No.
Yeah.
Can I, Dad, please, 5 minutes of cartoons? No. And Jamie's annoying him about this date. But dude, the line that had me cracking up, and I can't believe I didn't clip it, and I wish Dexter would have been like, sure, just to piss off a little kid. Okay, how about 2 minutes of cartoons? He would have been like, you know what? Fine, go watch 120 seconds of cartoons, because that's worse, right?
Yeah.
Like okay,
Yeah.
And start, and you're done.
Yeah. I remember being that kid. Like, I got my brand new N64, and all I wanted to do was play it so bad. I get home from Walmart, I got it. I had to go do something with my parents. I don't remember. And I was like, Mom, I just want to play it. Like, all I want to do. And she was like, fine, you can play it until we leave. I literally got it hooked up, got the cartridge in, turned it on. It was the Pod Racer from Star Wars. That was the game I got with it.
Yeah.
Got it loaded up. Her coming in. Why aren't you dressed? We got to go. Damn it. Didn't even get a play. Like,
yep, that'll teach you about timing. Yep.
2 minutes. 2 minutes of cartoon.
So
you can watch the intro.
Yeah, you can turn it on. You get to see the studios that made the game, and you got to go. I have to add something that I can't add here, but it's going to take me too much time to do. Will it? We don't know. Stay around to find out. Okay. Let's do the rest of the episode, little trash that's in it, and then we can get into the main part of it. This is just kind of like stuff we're going to touch on and then get into it. We learned that Norma Rivera, who was the crime scene in the beginning of last episode, was having relations with a Mr. Hamilton, who introduces us to Zach Hamilton. I kind of wanted to hold off all that because I know he becomes a bigger character. So, there is some setup. We kind of see if you're watching us or you come back to our stream, which this one's on Facebook, by the way. The way Zach Hamilton walks into the scene for the first time is Colton's background. It's just like, well, okay. How do you tell me in the most least subtle way that this kid matters? The way he just walks into the scene.
It's like everything about him. He's got like the
cracks me up.
The hair. Like, hold on, let me just make my hair like super obvious that I'm emo, but I'm also secretly, secretly dangerous.
Oh my god, I know. And again, we'll talk more about Zach once we we learned that Mr. Hamilton has an airtight alibi, but obviously his son Zach, we get this little story about how he was near the apartment. Quinn was able to pin him there, and then the witness was essentially paid off. But what is interesting to note here is, I think this is Matthew's first time this season. He was there in the first episode for LaGuardia's memorial. It is obvious that Matthews has something sinister behind the scenes, or basically he knows if Mr. Hamilton, Zach's father, did it, kind of like to let him slide. Like, don't press too much into it.
This is the exact same rehashing. Was it last season?
Season
or was
6.
It the season before?
Season 6.
Season 6. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. That's all it is.
And he's so like pressing on Quinn about it to the point it's like, well, and now we know someone's fucking guilty in the Hamiltons here. Like, how much harder are you going to press on it to make us not whatever? Where are we at with timing? Because I have something I want to bring up. So this lets me to believe, if we were doing this live in 2013, I may not have thought this then, but as time went on, I thought there was more into it. This is complete, what do you call that? Theorizing here. I thought this was setting up that Matthews was behind everything, sort of how Vogel was, where Matthews sort of let Dexter be who he is, and he knew the Hamiltons had something to do with it. Zach Hamilton, the kid. And then at the end, he realized Dexter wasn't able to handle it and whatever. There's something there, and I think in the weeks I'll get a because I had read it somewhere, but this is just reminding me of that point that I thought this was introducing that the fact, because Matthews is the nothing character over the course of 8 seasons. I mean, he doesn't matter in the end. I'm not even sure he's in the finale, But we'll pocket that for a later time.
Okay.
Do we even want to talk about Masuka and his daughter? Because it doesn't matter.
Masuka's daughter, he thinks that she may or may not be wanting money, and he goes to Deb for some reason. There we go. All right.
On to Vogel, Dexter, and Deb. No, man, you're 1,000% right. Oh, wait, I got to do my little thing here. For the second time this season, this song, Make Your Own Kind of Music, is playing, and that's where Yates comes in and captures Vogel. When he broke in, it was a legit oh shit moment for me, because it's calm, it's peaceful. That song is playing. I think she has like tea or whatever, and then it just like the fucking glass breaks and he captures her. So, we talked about it, how the episode starts out that Dexter and Deb are completely separate. They're fighting, and then Vogel is going to be the crutch here that brings them back together. Something I noticed this episode, and I wonder, I feel like this is something you knew, but now that we're doing a podcast and I'm bringing it up, that you're going to like realize it more. Did you realize that they were bringing up the Trinity theme a lot this episode? Oh, no. Every time they go to Yates, they do the same Trinity theme from season 4.
Oh no, I didn't notice that.
If you go back and listen, you'll pick up on it. I just thought it was a little lazy. Like, come up with some new sounds.
Yeah.
And if you want to talk about rehashing previous plot points, at Yates' house, all his previous victims are buried in his yard. Do you remember this from season 1?
Oh yeah. I didn't even connect that actually.
It was
Okay.
it was the fake ice truck killer, the one who was able to hack into their systems in season 1. But we found like he had buried his mother in the trailer. He had the trailer and he had like the weird animals and stuff. And you're led to believe he was the ice truck killer. I was like, oh, where have I seen this before in Dexter? Digging up old bodies, whatnot.
Here it is.
What happened?
I said, no, here it is.
Yeah,
that's where
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
And then Deb comes by to let Dexter know she's been taking. And then sort of when Dexter and Deb sort of Dexter lets Deb know, like, hey, I don't hate you. She gets that like glimmer in her eye, and that's where they start to make up and whatnot.
I mean, you just tried to kill me, but whatever.
Right. So when Dexter walks back into his house, they have this whole plan that they got to triangulate where Yates is, of all the houses he's working as a cable guy. Dexter walks into his place and he finds out it's a double date. You have Quinn, Amy, Cassie, which I think we'll talk about a lot next episode, and Dexter.
Yeah.
Something I did enjoy here is Jamie not being a pushover when Dexter's like, I gotta go. Secret, top secret stuff. And Jamie's like, no, fuck you. You're fucking staying.
Yeah.
I put in a lot of work. And dude, I may not have been able to appreciate this 8 years ago when I was 1000% single, but getting together a double date and then cooking dinner, like, that's a lot of time she's taking out of her schedule.
Having a panic attack, like, thinking about it right
and
now.
then imagine I show up to your double date you invited me to, and I was like, yo, Colton, I gotta go. Like, no, fuck you. Whatever the fuck you're doing can wait. Entertain this blind date I set up for you. And
Two
then
hours.
Yeah.
2 hours. 2 hours. That's all I'm asking. 2 hours.
He's such a shithead, Dexter, sometimes. So this is where...
Okay, hold on. This because this brings up a whole another thing, which I think was really funny. Because we've been talking about, like, there's some kind of reverses here. When like Deb ends up, Dexter gets Deb out of trouble and stuff like that. I was like, this is what Deb's been doing this whole time and stuff like that, right? What was it with the killing, right? Mm-hmm. So what was that, episode 2, I think? So this one made me laugh though. Whenever Dexter is like leaving, finally he gets like this whole thing and stuff like that, and he gets Cassie to get him to like work with him to get out and stuff like that. And Deb is like, "Where the fuck have you been? Like, I've been out here." I'm like, you know what? 2 seasons ago, you were like, "Why are you always disappearing? Where are you at? Why are you not doing this?" Now you're seeing like, "Hey, this is how much shit he has to deal with."
Now you're
like,
seeing
now
the
you're actually
background.
seeing it.
Right.
You're seeing it
the
from
other side,
and you're mad at him. You're mad at him. Hey, why aren't you following me? We got bodies to stack. Let's do this. It just blows my mind.
Yes, you're getting an inside look at it. I do think that's a slick move Dexter pulls, where it's like he calls Cassie over like, hey, ditch this date with me so I can leave, and like, hey, let's reschedule. It's a slick move that I'm not sure I would have been able to think of, because even she's like, yeah, you don't want to upset that nanny, So I was talking to Colton off air.
That's vested by the 100-pound nanny.
Yeah. Something I want to play here is there's a Goodfellas hidden reference in this scene. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it back to back, the Goodfellas and the Dexter part. And if I didn't, you know how you see stuff sometimes and you're like, oh, they must be referring to this here. And then it's like, no, that's in my head. This is, I'm pretty sure, a clear-cut Goodfellas reference. So let me play the Dexter part first.
Okay.
Jamie, can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure. Joe, keep stirring.
I'm gonna have to reschedule.
Excuse me, just a sec. Joey, stir that.
So what did you hear at the end? Quinn is like, I'm stirring it, right? Mm-hmm. What's important to take away there is the stirring part. Let me play it one more time, And pay attention to Amy, or is she Jamie in the show? She's Jamie. She's Jamie. Her real name is Amy. Pay attention to Jamie telling Quinn to stir the sauce. And these are two separate scenes cut up into one.
Okay. Jamie, can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure. Joe, keep stirring.
I'm gonna have to reschedule.
Excuse me, just a sec. Joey.
All right.
Okay.
Now I'm going to play the Goodfellas reference.
Michael, keep an eye on the sauce, all right? Stay here with your Uncle Michael, all right? I'll see you later.
So I asked my brother Michael to watch the sauce, and Karen and I started out.
Hello?
Hey, it's me. You ready?
Yeah.
Listen, tell Michael not to let the sauce stick. Keep stirring it.
Henry says don't let the sauce stick.
I'm stirring it. Listen, you know what to do?
That's definitely a
That's the very
reference,
end,
right?
That's at the end, right? Like right before they get busted
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that. isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely... What's the chances...
I'm stirring it.
Yeah, what's the chances it's twice brought up about stirring it? Sauce, right?
That's funny.
I thought, and the only thing, because I love when the kid goes, because he's a handicapped kid, he's in a wheelchair, and he's like, I'm stirring.
Yeah.
By the way, Goodfellas, fantastic fucking movie. I think that's one of the best movies ever. Kevin in the chat is saying six. Oh no! Oh shit, Colton. Colton, I have a question for you.
Oh, come on. No. God damn it.
16 times 8. And you know what? He told me to ask you this. This is not even coming from me anymore. This is coming from our loyal listeners. He's got that finger kung fu going.
$128? Is that 128?
Yes. Oh, dude, I told him.
Actually, it's the fact that it's like this far in that makes it even better. That's really good.
And you know what? He told me to ask you that, and I completely forgot. I just went and looked in the chat, and I was like, "What is he talking about?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck, that's right."
That's really funny, actually. Oh my god. You can have Siri. Hey Siri. What's 16 times 8?
Oh shit.
It's 128.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. That's awesome. Hey, but I got it with my fingers without Siri. So whenever the world ends, I got
Oh
it.
my god. Oh my god.
Fingers always win. Oh my god, that's funny.
Vogel starts to try and manipulate Yates, and I have to say, it's always Michael C. Hall and Jennifer Carpenter that's carrying the acting on this show. I thought this episode, it was really cool to see Charlotte Rampling, obviously, who plays Vogel, carry like the acting this episode. I think she was awesome. I think she's been awesome in every episode she's been in, but this one where she definitely had a lot more screen time, I thought she was pretty great in. I'm going to call this a reverse nitpick, and I want to see if you agree with me.
Okay.
I always talk about how I wish they would have changed, like, I try to say what I would have changed about season 8 to make it more palatable, make it not as terrible as a season.
Right.
So when you have these 5 episodes we have so far, with how much screen time they give to Yates and they show Vogel's involvement, a lot of this episode with Yates and Vogel, we see awesome stuff from Vogel, how she manipulates Yates.
Right.
I wish we would have gotten more background on Yates for this to, like, hit better. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I wish there would have been
because
a lot more there.
Yeah, because the entire time, like, watching this, I'm in my head, I'm just like, this isn't him. This is not the quote unquote the
brain surgeon.
The brain surgeon. It's like, this is too simple. Like, there's something else going. And then as it ends, like, and everything done, I'm like, okay, we have how many episodes left, and this is it. Like, either A, this really was a brain surgeon, it's that big of a letdown, so we've had 5 episodes of wasted time, and now we're going to get into something new, or this was
A red herring, distraction.
a red herring,
Yeah.
and distraction, and it's even worse. So
I want to save that for the end because they kind of do the best job they can to make you think this is the brain surgeon. I just feel like you could eliminate some of the cannibal stuff and the Sussman, the guy in the woods, and if you would have had Yates to where we maybe did think, oh, this was the brain surgeon, because
if we'd had Yates for the last 4 episodes, this would have been great.
Right, yes, and when she's doing the manipulating. Because even watching this episode, I was even like, did I miss something? Like all this backstory about the mother and being on the floor and the toes, which I just didn't understand. I wish there was more to it, because this would have been a lot. It would have been a lot more enjoyable, and I think they had something there. I just don't think it was executed. We're gonna follow the code on the idea that Vogel calls Dexter, and Elway is able to pinpoint the house the signal's coming from. That's not how that works, but we're just going to keep rolling. I feel like I wanted to talk a lot about this, but as we're talking now, I kind of realize I don't. Last episode, Dexter finds out that Vogel's basically manipulating Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
And as Vogel calls Dexter and they're driving over, Dexter's getting like a clear show of how Vogel manipulates Yates. Like just the way she's doing, you know what? I just feel like, well, is that the best way to show someone you're not a manipulator? By manipulating someone else.
By manipulating.
So I was just like, all right, like, would you want your new family member, the way Dexter describes the end of this episode, to be someone who can masterfully manipulate you? I'll let it roll.
Okay.
Dexter and Deb walk in and they find Vogel tied up, and I think the Dexter kill on Yates is one of the most badass kills in the history of all 80, what are we at now? 89 episodes of Dexter. The fucking, even the way it's filmed, the way he just fucking comes up with the rod and, God, that must be
straight through.
Yeah, that's like some superhero shit. Yeah, that's like some superhero shit. I thought that was awesome kill. And like you were saying, there's a weird feeling as this episode ends, and the show is trying to tell us that Yates was the brain surgeon, because Vogel's handing him everything, the brain jars we've seen, and I feel like, and I know if we were talking in 2013, we would have had the same idea, like, well, now we have 7 episodes left. What the hell's going to happen now? And how are they going to bring this brain surgeon back? Because you just get that feeling. It's just, this is not it, you know?
Right.
Or if it was, like, what the hell's the next 7 episodes going to be about? So that's something that's like, it's kind of still sitting with me, and I know what we get into.
I'm actually, keep going.
I guess it's just sloppy. Because this does feel like
sloppy.
a season finale almost. And it's episode 5. You know what I mean? I guess the main takeaway, you know, if you were doing bullet points on this episode, like what you've missed, Dexter and Deb are back together, and Dexter, Deb, and Vogel are a family now.
Which, to add in a little bit of my wife actually pointed this out. Whenever after the death, Vogel is handing him like the brain and stuff like that. When the scene first starts up on that, in the background behind Vogel, there is actually a portrait of some flowers, and those flowers are, I'm pulling up my notes, those flowers are calla lilies. Calla lilies are a very common flower for Christians for Easter Sunday, representing the resurrection. They also are used in representing death. So a lot of foreshadowing. There's no way that they didn't mean to do like those flowers. So
that is amazing viewing by Meg, because I would have never picked up on that. And
when she pointed that out, I was like, that's amazing. Like, yes.
In a deeper show, I think they meant it. I'm not sure if Dexter meant it.
I think they. I don't know. I kind of think they did.
Oh,
I actually
okay.
do. Whenever she pointed it out, I was like, "What?" And then I rewatched it. The way that they show and stuff like that, I actually kind of think they did.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
like to
I
what
could be wrong.
extent, I don't know, but I personally, I actually think they did mean to.
Oh, very cool. That's something I would have never picked up on, and I want to say no one has picked up on because I've never heard that before. So that is awesome stuff from Meg.
Yeah, and maybe not. Maybe it's something
No,
that.
you know what? She made more of it than I did. So I think that's a great takeaway. And that sort of ends our episode. Anything else on This Little Piggy?
No, there was no roast beef, so
There was
I'm really
no-
upset about that.
Next week we have 806. Is it A Little Reflection? I believe it's A Little Reflection.
I actually don't know. I'm sorry.
No. I should know. I always say I know the episodes. Yes, 806, A Little Reflection, and I'm 99% positive we get a huge character coming back, which will also probably make us super mad. I guess we will talk to you all next week.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm going to stop recording on Zencaster. Oh, man. That's a good pickup by Meg.
Mm-hmm.
I never...
That was really good. Whenever she pointed that out, I was like, that's really good.
Editing this might be a bitch because thank God we're doing a live stream because that's the only way I would have had your audio from the first 13 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have to take it off the live stream, which is fine. Like it's not a shit happens. I just thought it was interesting that this is when live stream comes to save us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was pretty cool. I didn't know that was Kevin Harlan. Yes, we're still live, so don't say
cool
anything bad. Fine, like it's not a shit happens. Oh shit! I just thought it was interesting
we'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Yep, this is.
So yeah, talk all the shit about me now. I'll just watch it later.
Colton sucks. Oh, he's still here. You could ask Siri. Oh man, what a day! What a day! I can't exit out of this. There we go. Don't be cursing. Sorry, did we curse? My apologies, Jen, if we did curse. The only thing I don't know... Well, actually, it doesn't tell me on YouTube either. It says we have 3 viewers, and I don't know who the 3 are. I know Jen is one. I'm not sure who the others are. Make yourself known if you're in the chat. We got to have a solely celebrating Jen episode. Because Jen has been our rock here. Oh. Jen, do you have any preference of Facebook to YouTube? Did it matter to you at all? Just curious because we're, I'm trying different shit out. Absolutely, but not necessary. No, we're definitely gonna do. We're just gonna praise Jen for an entire 45 minutes on an episode. Well, yeah, let me know. Did it matter to you at all? Difference between Facebook and YouTube? You like YouTube better? If you don't mind expanding on why, or what you liked versus didn't like. Just again, just super curious. Because we were gonna try Twitch too, but I think Twitch is a little bit harder for other people to navigate. I know YouTube is just simple. It's a lot easier for me now that I think about it. Let's just Zoom call and What's up? Oh, we have another Jen. Oh my god, it's the battle of the Gens. What's up, Jen? We actually just finished. This part is not being recorded. We are just sort of hanging out right here. The Facebook seemed to lag on audio more. Okay. You're probably correct on that. Oh, why is that happening? Cool. We could go back to it. It's a lot easier for me on YouTube because I could just post a video. But that's interesting. Other Jennifer Ange. Hello. You're late, but we kind of just did this on the fly, so we're hoping to get a lot more going on once New Blood starts. Okay, I'm downloading my track, so my voice should start cracking in a second. Sorry, guys. But other than that, it's okay. Well, cool. I appreciate the feedback, Jen Penn. I'm gonna call you Jen Penn because we have another Jen, Jen Ann and Jen Penn. I appreciate the feedback. I think we could do live to Twitter as well. I just don't know how that chat works. Maybe we'll try that next week. Oh, Jen, I actually have to message you. I'm going to message you I'm going to DM you about something. Otherwise, so Colton, the only thing of note is Jen Penn was saying that the Facebook audio seemed to lag a little.
Huh.
Yeah, which I found interesting.
Okay.
But other than that,
This is our first time trying it, so.
Yeah. I don't know if we could try Twitter as well next week. But I think other than that, that was really it.
Were you also streaming it to YouTube?
So that's what I was looking at. What I was looking at today was... What I was looking at... Oh, God. Sorry. The thing gets... No. You need to pay for software. Because I wanted to stream it to Instagram, too. But you basically got to pay to do it.
To have the thing to multiple services.
You could do it.
Time.
Yeah, you could do it for free, but your stream will just not be able to be viewable. So, yeah. See, Jen, that's something too. I always want to say in the show, like, if anyone is anywhere near South Florida, just let me know, and I'll buy anyone a beer who's near here. Colton didn't even get invited to my wedding. He just kind of showed up. He said, like, hey, I'm near Miami. And he just kind of, he was like, so,
Whatever.
But
I think it was a halfway invited. Like, there's no way this fucker's really gonna show up. And then I showed up, and it was like, oh, damn it, I wish I wouldn't have invited.
it was the night before my wedding, and we were begging the venue, can you please just add 2 chairs for Colton and his wife? No. But yeah, Jed, if you're in Miami, definitely you just let me know and I'll make sure. Yes, Kev, my original Colton's a weather crasher. My original goal was to stream it on Twitch. I just didn't find Twitch as user friendly as the other, like, YouTube and Facebook is. Facebook's a little bit more accessible, but even I have a hard time with Twitch sometimes. That's how I know I'm fucking old. I could Twitch. I'll stream on Twitch from my PlayStation every once in a while just to fuck around. But doing it as a a platform, I feel like it might be hard for people. But because I feel like you have to have an account in order to comment. That's kind of why I thought YouTube was better, because anyone could sort of comment. But yeah, because I think when me and Colton first started, we said we were going to do Twitch. I think I introduced you to what Twitch is, right?
Yeah, and there was also the concern with Twitch because their
yes, that's the other thing.
Copyright rules are really, really strict. Like, what was it? Metallica put on a concert and they banned Metallica for playing Metallica.
Try to explain to Marissa about the thing. But Kevin, does a multi-stream cost money? Because I'm under the impression it does, and I don't want to spend any more money than I already have been for this podcast. Yes, the best Twitch story and how it gets fucking DMCA'd is Metallica was performing a concert for Twitch on Twitch, and because they got copyrighted, they were just playing elevator music. So you just fucking have Metallica rocking out to elevator music. That is such like a perfect snapshot of our time.
Which is even better, the fact that it's Metallica, because the reason that we're also in this time period, Metallica is a big hand in that because of Napster.
Right,
so
right. That's I never even thought about that. I never even thought about it like that. Yeah, see, Kevin, I don't. Is Napster still a thing? I gotta look that up.
I don't think so. Maybe.
If I have a larger audience when New Blood comes around, I'll think about that. But like, we don't get that many viewers. OBS is what I use, Kevin, but it's not. Actually, Kevin, I want to talk to you because I want to get that little border around the camera, and I saw you have that on your stream. But if I have a larger audience, I wouldn't mind paying for it. But we don't have that large of an audience on these YouTube streams, so it's somewhat pointless, you know. But stuff for the later. Well, Colton, I think this is the end.
I'm off the podcast.
Goodbye, goodbye, world. That's really cold. No, of course you're not off the podcast. What the hell am I gonna fucking talk to myself?
I don't know. I thought Marissa's making a comeback. She saw photos of Dexter and Harrison and was like, I'm in. Let's do it.
I have to find a way to get her on for one episode.
Hell yeah.
She just doesn't want to do it at all. She has no... I still don't think she understands podcasts, because I'll listen to stuff, and whenever they mention like something in her world, like any reality show, I'll like get the phone and I'll be like, hey, listen to this. And she's like, are they saying that now? How are you replaying it?
She thinks it's live?
So I still don't know if she knows, but I would like her to come on, because she's like, she'll kick both of us out of the water. She's the bigger star than both of us, and it's only because she's not on the podcast. If this was fucking season 8 and I was doing all these episodes with her, no one would give a fuck about her.
Where's she at?
guys, I gotta go. Oh man, it's gonna be a tough season to get through, man. I think we really start. Yeah,
a quarter of the way. So
I think it's such a really. Well, no, we're a little bit more than a quarter. Well, yeah, I guess so. Because at the end of next episode, we're halfway through.
4, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm having to do my math. Yeah, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, we're good. Yeah.
I gotta hope one of the 3 viewers isn't her. No, but yeah, we're gonna try and get her on. But
tell her we'll talk about 90 Day Fiance or Love After Lockup, whichever one it is that she watches.
Well, let me tell you something. Do you watch Married at First Sight, or does Meg?
Meg has watched it a little bit. I haven't.
If anyone wants to do a Married at First Sight podcast, I am 1000% down. I love that fucking show. Jen, did you see Jen's comment, Colton? Whatever happened to do in season 8 and 2 episodes?
We're trying to be real hosts.
I think that would have been way too much work. More work than.
I think now that we're actually going through it, we realize there's more to it than what we're well. And there was so behind because we're not recording right now.
No.
This is
You're
just
good.
with the Facebook.
Yeah.
So one of the other things that I think kind of helped out as well on this is I watched the season all the way through again about 3 or 4 months ago, and I was kind of messaging Victor like as I was watching it, and there was a couple parts in it which we're going to be now getting into where I was like, dude, this is actually better than I remember. Like there's some things that I actually kind of really like about this show. They end up fucking it up, but I think there was more good than what we were remembering. There's still a lot of bad, don't get me wrong. I think that kind of helped out in a way. I'm not trying to take credit to me, but because I was all down for doing 2 episodes, but then as I started watching it again, I was like, I don't know. We actually have a lot we can actually talk about.
I think to your credit, the reason why we talked about doing it 2 episodes is that was Colton trying his hardest to not make me quit. He's like, dude, we'll do anything. We'll fucking talk Zelda and then just mention Dexter. Just we'll fucking do. I'll come to Miami. I'll anything. Just please, let's do season 8.
Going to Miami.
And I think the compromise was like, fine, we'll do it in 2 episodes. But yes, like you said, that would have been way too. We would have been here for 17. We would have been here for 12 hours doing an hour an episode. Like it just would have been possible.
Yeah, we would have made Joe Rogan's podcast episodes look weak.
That would have been a marathon live stream.
Oh my god, I can't imagine doing.
And I think part of it too, Jen, is I got super excited about doing this live stream videos, and it consumed my life for about 2 weeks. And I enjoy doing the live stream. It adds, it adds a nice little. It makes our recordings a little bit of an event,
It's a lot more fun. I will say that it is. I mean, doing normal recordings is always fun, but doing the live, like interacting with people, I was a little nervous about it. I'm not gonna lie. It is way more fun. It is so much more fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like an event, It's kind of like doing something. Yeah.
Well, especially like when we're doing stuff like this, like afterwards, like this is what really makes it fun. Is doing the before and after, and if more people would like come in on this, it would make it even more fun. But it's kind of the interaction, kind of like what we did when we did the last season, where it was the hangout session for like oh god, it went way too long. But that was a lot of fun.
Looking back, that was so cool because we were fucking up till I was up till like 3 a.m. drinking. I think that's the last time I got drunk. And
I was up until 2, and I had to bail, and I felt so bad.
Yeah, you left.
In Europe, I felt so in Europe, I felt so bad.
David showed up at the end, and he was like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And it was like 7 a.m.
I felt so bad.
I know, but he knows. What was the other thing I would say? Oh yeah, and like I think I've said this plenty of times already, but like if you eliminate the background of the Dexter little stream we have, this is how me and Colton recorded anyway. So all it took was like 2 steps of literally pushing buttons, and yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fun part. This is kind of basically how we already were doing it,
right?
And we're adding in y'all, which is great.
Yeah,
it's even better.
Well, I think that is it for me for the night, Colton.
Yep. Like, I gotta go and help relieve this little girl. So
yes,
I think mommy's done.
Jen, we will talk to you. I don't know, probably Friday. Friday seems to work out for me. It's a lot easier for editing.
This is fine. Yeah, I'm fine doing this.
All right. Thank you. I was looking at Dexter. Oh, I can't believe we're parents. Everybody, have a good night. Thank you for watching us.
Bye, y'all.